Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
What's up,
What's
everyone?
going on?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are or
Right.
what time you're watching this live. We are live and in person.
Yep. Ooh.
This is Lamar,
And this is Angela.
and we are Lamar and Angela. And guess what today is?
Here we go with this.
Guess what today is? It's the first of the month.
Yeah, it's the first of the month, 1st of July.
It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. What? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe you want do 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 do. First of the month. First of the month. First of the month. What's up, everyone?
What's
It's the
going
first
on?
of the month. We are live and in person.
Yeah.
And we're so glad that you tuned in to catch up with us.
Yeah.
Today is July 1st.
This year's going real fast.
July 1st. Dang, it's July, y'all.
Yes, July.
Already, it's July.
It's July.
And that also means that this is the anniversary of us being officially in Mexico.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
That's crazy. If y'all have been with us from our journey, you know that this has been crazy. 2
years. Wow. It's been a special time for sure. It's been a real special time.
Can you believe that it's been 2 years?
It goes fast.
This is going by really fast. I mean, like, blink and it's 2 years. 2 years have passed. Blink 1 year, blink 2 years. Wow.
It goes quick.
It does.
And now we're into, we did 1 year. Now we're into year 2 of our temporary. We've got 2 more on this stint. And then after this one,
we'll be permanent residents
of Mexico.
Crazy. It's amazing to even think that 2 years ago, February, 2 years ago in 2022, we were at the consulate in Washington, D.C., getting our temporary residencies, going through that whole process. And now we are wholesale residents of Mexico.
Yes.
Living our best lives.
Life abundantly.
Life abundantly. Yes, indeed. If this is your first time visiting with us, hello.
Hello.
This is Lamar and I'm Angela, and we are a expat couple who moved from Maryland to Mexico in search of what John 10:10 in the Bible says, of life and life abundantly. We looked at things after the pandemic, especially, and was like, yo, is this it? Get up, go to work, come home, go to bed. What? Is that all?
Donuts.
Exactly. Is that all that life has for us? And we began to really seek out and find, what does it mean to live an abundant life? If God wants us to have life and life abundantly, what exactly does that mean? And so we packed up our minivan, we sold off most of our belongings and brought a couple things with us, just some things of high emotional value, as I call it. And we put our dogs and our 2 teenagers in the car, in our minivan, and we drove to Mexico. And we have been living life ever since. So we encourage you, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, to join us as we continue to explore and evolve and discover what it means to have an abundant life. Because abundance does not necessarily equal financial or material things.
It's a combination of things.
It is.
It's a combination of having the means to support yourself, being in a comfortable place, being able to have the environment you want to live in.
True.
What else? Making new friends. Having an environment that you can thrive in.
Right.
All that.
Right.
And right now we're thriving because a month ago it was smoking hot here.
Oh my God.
It was smoking hot. Now it's 70 degrees today. It's cool, no humidity. So, this area where we live is normally very comfortable as far as the temperature. It's
Yeah, we greet you from beautiful Queretaro, Mexico,
Yes.
which is in the central part of Mexico, in the heart of Mexico, in this beautiful country.
Yeah.
And it's north of Mexico City by about 3 hours north of Mexico City,
Yeah.
up in the mountain plains.
Yeah.
So here in the area that we live, it typically tends to be in the lower or mid 70s during the year. It's like a spring around
Yeah.
temperature.
It'll get up to in the
Low 80s.
maybe mid 80s, but
We had a heat wave, y'all.
for a month or thereabouts.
Whew.
You're talking about people buying up fans.
Yeah,
Because
really.
the houses here, for the most part, most of the houses do not have AC.
Correct.
So it to get the air to circulate, you need a little help.
Yeah, but to talk about global warming, it was hot
It
here.
was hot.
Now, I have to issue the disclaimer because Lamar and I are from the DC area, the
Yeah.
DMV, and we are used to humid and we are used to
Too
hot. So for us to now complain about 90-degree weather is like
we've acclimated.
we've really been acclimated,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm glad that it was still low humidity here.
Yeah, true.
Because that would have been miserable because it was low to mid 90s.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit there, and it was just miserable. I mean, we had to have fans blowing everywhere.
Scorching hot it was here, but now it looks like we are in what is called the rainy season.
Yes.
There's really two seasons. It's either dry or rainy. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. And so it looks like we have actually entered into rainy season. And this year, of year 2, this year, we actually looks like we're going to get some rain.
Yeah, if we have any Floridians watching, the rain seems to come at 15-minute to 20-minute. It'll rain real hard, and then it'll stop.
Oh, I don't know, but it's been very overcast
today,
all day, which is unlike. I mean, usually it's sunny. It's like not a cloud in the sky, sunny.
Yeah.
Now it's just overcast with clouds all day.
All day. What makes it cool, which I actually enjoy.
It does. It does. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks and facts.
Yeah.
2 years we've been here living in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So this, as you saw from the title, what's next for us? We've been through a lot.
Yeah.
In these 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gone fast, but then a lot has happened.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
Yeah. Of course, at my age, I don't know about as you say, you're still young. I robbed.
I
robbed the cradle, but
no, he didn't actually. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll stick with that. Y'all heard that? Okay.
I mean, it's to be expected that things will change in family. With regard to who's on this side of Zion versus on the other side. So we've had quite a few of that.
Quite a few?
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot, including our fur baby.
Oh, yes.
Lucky.
Our beloved fur
baby. He died last year.
Yes.
So that happened. And it was a little tough.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little tough because he's a good fella.
Yeah. And just in general, when you have a lot of death in your family, it takes an adjustment. It takes some, getting used to. I've had some major deaths recently and just, it's been hard, y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna front. It's been hard.
Yeah, it has. I raced a lot in the
last year.
I've won trophies.
Yes, indeed. One of the reasons that we came here to Querétaro is so that Lamar could practice and have his hobby of remote control car racing.
Yes.
So there is a track, not but what, 5 minutes up the road, 2 minutes up the road?
5 minutes or thereabouts, yeah.
Right near us here in Querétaro, so he can actually do his racing and have fun with his racing crew.
Yes.
His racing.
Which has been really cool because the guys are really nice,
yes.
Really good guys. They've welcomed me with open arms
yes.
and they look for me. So that's been quite special. And just the general feeling of being here, I'm comfortable.
Yes.
My stress level is way down.
Way down.
Way down.
Way down.
So it's been quite the change, but for the good.
Yes. Very much so. I would say we've been able to get some things accomplished, or at least I've been able to get some things accomplished health-wise, dental-wise, or what have you. I'm in the midst of fixing a root canal that went wrong, that turned into a root canal that turned into a dental implant or what have you. So I'm in the mid procedure for that.
Right.
And even the cost of that
is way less.
Crazy.
Way less than what we were finding.
Crazy. My sister was saying that the implants that she has to get is like $15,000, and I would hate to tell her it was only like $1,200 or so. And that's the whole thing. X-rays, the crown, the whole procedure, the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah. And that was coming from kind of like a pricier place here in Queretaro. So, but I'm excited about that. About to have to get this fixed or what have you,
Yeah. Let's see. Our son left to go to
Okay.
college.
Right. So since we've been here in Mexico, we came here with two teens. Our oldest, our oldest is an adult. So she's here in Mexico with us as well. She's in Mexico City, but she had to qualify on her own dime because she was an adult. So she had to qualify on her own, but our teens were 17 and 16 at the time when we first came here. So they were able to qualify for their temporary residency under us. And now our son, since that time, has gone on to college, has graduated from high school, gone to college.
Well, I'm finding out that this happens from time to time with young people kind of like questioning or saying, should I be doing this?
Wait, Lamar's being politically correct. He got to college and lost his mind, y'all. Lost his ever-loving mind. Okay, lost his mind. So, but now he's course correcting and pulling it back and all that kind of stuff. But
that maturity thing kicks in real quick.
If you guys know how that is to have a teen who has left home and gone to college and experiencing sowing his wild or royal oats,
as they would say, and coming to me.
Right. Put that in the comments below. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Okay. But he's doing.
He's doing good. He's doing much better. He's he's a good. I still say kid.
Yeah,
he's 19. I think that he's going to do well as long as he stays focused.
That's it. Absolutely.
And he stays, and he'll be just fine.
And we won't have to go into the "I told you so."
No, life will tell him.
Life told him. Life told him.
So.
So we didn't even have to go. What mommy and daddy tell you? So that's good. We have one more still here in the house. One more got to go. We go ready for graduation to be coming up for this one here, and then we gonna be empty nesters.
Empty nesters for sure.
But
I don't know where they are, but we won't be exactly empty nesters.
True.
We have
true. We won't have because we have
3.
Yeah, true.
Fur babies.
Yes. In order to replace Lucky, we had to get 2.
Yes. Yeah. Coco Chanel
and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
2 Yorkies.
Yes. Little Yorkie puppies. They are 6 months.
6 months.
6 months old.
6-month
puppies. Yeah. So we've been having quite the time potty training, housebreaking.
Yes.
Just acclimating to having 2 rambunctious pups. Poor Candy, our Candy that we've had.
For Candy, it's been kind of a revitalization for her.
Oh, true.
Because she was not too much in the playing thing. Now, when she came and Lucky was starting to get into his elderly years, he wasn't playing.
Yeah, Lucky wasn't.
Every once in a while, he would tug of war with her and things like that. But with Louis, that little terrorist right there, that man right there, he is all over her. But then she's time enough for him because she will take him and throw him down.
Yeah, true. So, and Coco is no slouch.
Coco's the boss.
Coco is the boss. She was the runt of the litter, and she is the boss.
Yes.
She runs things.
Yes, she runs things.
She's a little terrorist, if you ask me.
Yeah, little terrorist terrier.
Yes, she is. She is. Gangster,
Yeah,
straight
for
gangster. When she
sure.
wants us when she wants to be in the lap, when she wants to be on the bed,
she
when she wants to
demands.
be on the couch,
She
when she
demands.
wants her food, when she wants, you gonna know.
Yeah.
From 3 floors away, you gonna know.
Yes.
Coco gonna make it sure.
You'll hear that screech.
She's only, but what, 3 pounds? Maybe 3 pounds. She's tiny. She's a
little.
tiny dog, but with a big mouth, big dog energy.
Yes. Yes, she is. So, see, we've changed locations.
Yes, we did. We moved.
Yes.
We moved since we've been here. And listen, this I would dare say, for any of you who are in the process of moving or thinking about moving abroad or things like that, I encourage you 2 years later to do it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And after the news today, the news junkie here, she can't even watch the news.
I can't even watch it. The Supreme Court.
The Chevron decision last week, and now
presidential immunity. I just can't. I can't. Listen, Project 2025 is a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing.
Yes.
It's real. It's happening. And if y'all don't get in line, at
vote.
least.
And listen.
Oh,
I get some people, we're not going to go too far down the road with the politics thing.
yes, thank you.
But even though Biden was like sick, cold, debate night, he came out on fire the next day. But I would vote for Biden if he was 6 feet under.
Oh, damn.
I would vote for him, write him in, and say, listen, God, you need to place your hands on and resurrect this man.
Not the resurrection, not the Lazarus.
Look,
my
yes,
goodness.
Indeed. Have him come up out of there stinking, smelling rotten.
It's not in that way, but listen, that's one of the reasons why we made our decision to get the heck out of the United States before the ish hits the fan. And man, listen, unless y'all save things, now we're gonna do our part. We're gonna still, of course, vote. We vote absentee ballots and send that from here overseas. But okay, let me get off that.
So things we've learned.
Okay, so what we've learned. If I had to give advice to someone who was thinking about moving abroad, I would definitely say investing in learning the language is going to help you by far the largest. It will help you in the best way in terms of making the jump. Because at this point today, as we sit here 2 years in, the only thing holding me back in terms of not being fully acclimated into the culture is just
the language. And we're learning the language via immersion and from apps and things like that. It's just changing habits and actually having the opportunity to practice, to be with native speakers to speak all the time. Other than that, we're able to get around. Along.
We've been able to open our bank account by ourselves and go pay our utilities and bills and buy things or just be out and about in the street and all that kind of stuff and be able to respond, be able to order our Krispy Kreme.
Yes. There's a Krispy Kreme
in the drive-through. The things it's the little things. It's the little things. But still, just if I knew the language, if I was better, I won't necessarily say fluent, but just more grounded in the language. Couldn't tell me nothing.
Oh, for sure.
Couldn't be able to tell me nothing.
Because that's the only barrier. Other than that, it's human being to human being.
Right.
And the only thing is language. I hear jingle, jingle.
Yep, here they come.
I hear they come. I hear them. They're nearby.
But definitely the language has been a thing. Now, have we been treated, I wonder what they're barking at down there. Have we been treated differently in terms of, even though we are American? I wouldn't.
No.
The only time we've had some different treatment is when we've been in resort tourist areas. Puerto Vallarta, we're talking about.
Because they do tend to, they're able to spot you, especially law enforcement. and they
Or crooked law enforcement.
crooked law
That exists.
that
here.
exists here.
Yes, it does.
And so that's the only time. Other than that,
No.
no,
Other than that, no.
no.
Other
no.
than that, no. We've been openly received, wholeheartedly welcomed.
Yes.
And most times, if I shut up, if I keep my mouth quiet, zip, I get local prices.
Yeah.
Because they don't think that I'm American until I speak, and then they go, oh, you know, oh, you American. So our white friends are getting, as they call it, gringoed, because they get charged a higher price, or maybe someone will offer them a service at a higher price. But for the most part, I don't have that.
This is Louis.
This is Louis Vuitton.
Louis
Say
Vuitton.
hi, Louis. Say hi. Say I've gotten big. If you saw us a couple months ago, I was tiny.
Where's your
now
sister?
I'm big.
Where's your sister?
Uh-oh.
Where's your sister, the
No
terrorist?
telling what the terrorist has gotten herself into.
What's up, big fella?
But then most of the time, we've been welcomed wonderfully, openly, warmly by people in Mexico. And I've heard some people talking about the colorism that exists in Mexico, or just in general in Latin America. Yeah. Colorism is a thing, it does exist. However, again, I have not experienced any kind of colorism to that extent. As a matter of fact, what I get is compliments. I get compliments all the time about, oh, how beautiful your skin was. I guess he's talking about the chocolate drop, But I get that, and most of the time they either think I'm, I got the other one. I usually it's Haitian, but now I'm either Brazilian or Cuban.
Really?
Yes, I got a Cuban. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Yeah, I got a Cuban. Wow. I got a Cuban at the at my doctor's office.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh.
Thought I was Cuban. I was like, what? She said the assistant. She said your Spanish is very good. And I said, oh, thank you, thank you. And she thought, were you from Cuba? I was like, no. Like, what? No, the Estados Unidos. What? Yeah. And she was like, really? What? Like, wow. I was like, I'm gonna write this one down. Cuban. So I thought, all right, okay. Who knew? But that's always great.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of my Spanish isn't as.
You're still working on it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
However, up at the La Comer, one of the baggers, she said, your Spanish is pretty good.
Yeah, you're getting good. You're getting good better. He's getting better. We're working on it. We're working on it. And this time next year, I'm going to be a beast.
Oh, for sure.
Be a beast.
Oh, that's my goal, to be able to speak almost fluently, to be at that point where I'm walking around and I can hear someone speaking and know what they're talking about, and then engage in conversation without too much of Google Translate or anything like that.
Right. That's been the measure of me being able to feel a little bit more acclimated to the culture and whatnot. Just being able to walk around without my phone, whipping out Google Translate. My ear has also been a little bit better attuned to how fast they speak. They speak very fast here in Queretaro, very fast. So I've had to kind of, okay, so now I'm kind of like, oh, I understood that. Okay, got it. So we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We're working on it for sure.
Yeah.
So we are looking at different things, looking around to see what else is out there.
Yes, indeed, because we have actually been able to experience a great deal here in Queretaro, create a beautiful community of friends here, which has been one of the nicest parts about moving here is our new tribe that we have been able to curate.
Correct.
Right,
yes,
being
absolutely.
able to, and I think we've done a video about this as well. That's one of the most important things.
Your tribe, not mine yet. We need to do one for me.
Oh, true.
Because I have a pretty good tribe.
You have a tribe.
Yes, absolutely. Have a tribe.
You get together with your tribe more than I get together with mine.
Well, not lately. Hopefully soon. I think in July. on the 14th, I'll be racing again.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so I'll get together with the fellas.
Yeah. But we have been able to cultivate a lovely family, a tribe here in Queretaro, which has been very nice, which has been a blessing actually. And just to be able to have that. So I would also recommend that if you are moving or planning to move abroad, get connected with people who are either boots on ground or who are also moving to that particular area via Facebook. Let's not even mention the word Facebook right now.
Yeah, she's not happy because her Facebook account was...
Listen, Facebook has locked me out, has locked your girl out of her account because they don't believe I am who I am.
Right.
Even after I have two-factor authentication, I have provided them with my passport, my driver's license, my residency card. I've done a video selfie. I have proven, hello, I am who I am. And they're like, nah, can't be. Like, what?
It's their faulty AI is what it is. Their AI is what there's no way that they can handle the magnitude of problems coming in. And with Mark Zuckerberg laying people off, getting rid of staff, there's no way he's going to. So you've got AI sitting there just jacking it up.
Unbelievable. And Facebook does not offer support for you either. So you just get the message saying you're locked out, and oh well. So I'm going to continue to rage against the machine to hopefully figure out how I can get access back to my account so I can get back in my account, because that has memories. I got tons, like 3,000 friends.
Yeah.
And like, for real, like, oh man, it's just, I can't.
Somebody had a question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. Oh, how's the Black expat community there? Oh, hi, Pray, Travel, Eat. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
There are lots of us, just like in Merida. I lived in Merida over a year and just left 2 months ago. Cool. Okay. Are there a lot of... Yes. Now, when you say a lot, I would probably dare say at least there's maybe over 75, 80 or so, maybe 100. There's probably more, because a lot of our expats are, unless you're plugged in, they're just out here doing their thing, living their life or whatever, until you walk down the street, you'd be like, hello, like, hey, what, you living? Oh, what? So that kind of thing. I don't think our community is as vocal, I guess that's the word I want to use, as the Merida community, because I know a lot of the people who are in Merida. So I know how y'all get down and all that kind of stuff. But we do our thing. We do our thing, Nizzle.
As a matter of fact, the Black expat group on Facebook, they have events coming up. They have jazz nights.
Yes.
They have what do they call it? Boozy lunch.
Boozy lunch. Yeah, we've had several boozy lunches.
Yeah.
But we do get together. We do get together quite often, and so join our Black expat group, the QRO, the Queretaro expats, and be able to and partake in that. It's really been great. It's been a great experience. But we are growing, and fast growing at that. So thank you for checking in. Yeah. Oh, Pamela, you had the same thing happen to you about your Facebook? It's a dang shame. Wait a minute, hold on. Get out of there! Sorry. Our puppies were outside on the terrace, chewing or trying to be in my plants. I see you two.
Cocoa bean.
So we're sitting here looking out on our terrace and watching the dogs trying to destroy my snake plants. So But the one thing that I do enjoy, going back to the Merida community thing, we tried going to Merida. We tried. We didn't even get to Merida. We got halfway from Cancun. We drove from Cancun. We made it to Chichen Itza. Girl.
This brother right here don't like hot like that. I mean, yes, we did live in the DMV, and it would get hot and humid.
That's not hot. I mean, that's Merida is on some other level hot. That's some some next level God hot. I mean, that's some on the surface of the devil's butt hot. That's just that
It's
hot.
really hot.
And I like it hot, but woo!
No,
I was like,
I
wow.
couldn't do that. That hot heat and the humidity,
Mm-hmm.
whew, felt like somebody had me under a magnifying glass, burning me up.
My God, my God, my God.
God bless you. If that's your kind of thing, more power to you. I've always said your journey is your journey.
Yep.
If you like being in that heat,
You like it, I love it.
Enjoy yourself. One of the people that stayed in our previous home said that she had gotten feedback on what she was bringing. And that's when I said, your journey is your journey.
Yeah, exactly. So that just ties into this great question by Nicole. Do you think it was worth it in the long run to bring your furniture with you, or have you bought furniture in Mexico?
We didn't bring furniture.
We bought like three. Well, no, let's see.
No,
We bought
your hobby
my
stuff, my workbench,
my hobby equipment, or the that his workbench,
and then all of my hobby equipment for racing.
Mm-hmm. We bought, in terms of furniture, that buffet,
the 2 chairs,
and the 2 chairs, that the African
and
chairs,
a couple of little things like your grandmother's chair,
and my great grandmother's chair. That
computer
was given
equipment
to
that
me.
we had.
Furniture, though. Furniture-wise, that's all the furniture we
we
actually bought. Everything else we purchased. What we brought here to Mexico was mostly our belongings of beloved belongings. And like I said, and we've said in previous videos, it had to, in order to get on that shipping container, it had to meet 3 criteria. It had to either be the best of the creme de la creme, best of the best. It had to be something that was unique, one of a kind, or it had to be something that was of extreme high sentimental value.
Right.
So in order for the things to actually, for us to consider, because there were some things that we were like, we can get another this, or we can get another table, we can get another chair, we can get another this. Yeah. Now, Lamar and I are tall, so we bought our clothes.
Shoes, all that.
We bought our clothes and shoes because we knew that that was going to be difficult to try to replace.
As a matter of fact, recently went to Walmart and I purchased some socks. She's wearing them because they didn't fit me. I wear a size 13.
Yeah.
And I got the largest size, which was 29 to 32 centimeters.
He didn't fit him. No. So I got some new socks. Okay. But even still, finding clothing to fit my body was finding shoes wasn't going to happen. I'm 6 feet tall, not going to happen.
I'm 6'2".
So we weren't going to, so we knew that. My books, there are some books that when we were creating or envisioning the life that we wanted to live, the lifestyle that we wanted, we had to take into account, what does life look like? And I would ask that question of yourself. When I get to destination A or destination B, what do I want my life to look like? Getting up every morning and or being at home on the weekends, what do I want my life to look like? And for us, hobbies was a huge part of that, was a huge part. When we finally get to the place of retiring, Lamar needs to be able to do his hobby, his remote control hobby. And I want to be able to do my crafting and things of that nature.
And when she talks about my hobby, I've been doing it since 1998.
Yeah.
So it's a long time. So it's something I really enjoy.
And a lot of the pieces and things that he uses for his hobby, you can't even get anymore. Yeah. So that was one of the ways that he got on the shipping container, was because you can't get this stuff. And in terms of answering this question, was it worth it? Hell yeah, it was worth it, because I'm thinking now, if I had to go back and recreate or rebuy or repurchase all of that stuff.
Like she said, there's some things I can get, and she used a term for me, for my stuff and yours, but you said it was curated.
Yeah.
It's something.
Hold on. Luis, stop it. Okay, sorry guys.
They get them back in here. They're like little kids tearing up stuff.
You leave that plant alone, sir.
Anywho, Coco.
Yeah, but it being able to curate those items, those things that you have used, or even in my case, in terms of those things that are of high sentimental value, I was not going to be throwing away the letters that my late mother wrote me in college. I have a box full of all of her love letters from my mom. Not getting rid of it. Not going to happen. But again, you have to know what's right for you, because I can imagine, and I know there's some people, I know people who it just doesn't make sense for you to keep all that stuff, that you just are ready to let it go and bop from place to place. And so if that is your end goal and destination, your destination is not set in one particular place, you want to be here, then it definitely makes sense not to bring all that with you, for sure. Just pack light and bop from place to place. This guy, not a bopper.
No, I'm not a bopper.
Not a bopper. Not a bopper at all. So I knew that if we got someplace, we were going to this is going to be our new home base.
Yes. And now, will we travel from here? Absolutely.
Yes.
But I'm not a bopper like that. And then just the sheer fact of this area, I actually really like it here. I really like it. It's comfortable to me. It's, I get around just fine. It's just, again, the language.
Yeah.
So once I get the language thing down, I'm good to go.
Nichelle said she is bringing her books. Yes, I brought my books.
Well, she's a writer too. As a matter of fact, this is Reverend Dr.
Oh, yeah, true.
Angela Martin.
This is true.
She has a book that's going to.
I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on this book. It's just, oh my goodness. But having my collection, and I pared down. We have three bookcases.
Three tall bookcases.
I
mean, they're taller than us.
Yes, true. And that was pared down.
Yes.
Okay. So so that was a major expense, of course, to bring my books with me. But again, when I'm thinking of imagining my life and what I want life to look like, without my books, not going to happen. Not going to happen. I need my books. I enjoy my library. I love, with a capital L, walking into my office and there are my books, and just being able to pull a book and just, it's the best. So bring your books. Yes, I'm coming on with the books. He's on me to get, Yes, I am. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to be able to release it to the world, because woo.
Yes, it is greatly needed.
My God.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think, if you could do over again, if we could do it over again, we've already decided that we would bring our stuff again. Would you change anything about that process?
No, because coming here, knowing that the track was here, knowing that there are tracks in Mexico City that we can get to easily.
Right.
No, I think the only thing that I would have changed, and it's educational wise, is starting on my Spanish education earlier.
Yeah, true.
So that I could come here a lot further along. I started a little bit before we came, but not far enough, because going back and forth to work every day, and then other things that were happening.
Yeah, true.
So but that would be the only thing to change, because I've always wanted to learn Spanish.
Yeah. I know one thing that you would change, though. He would have bought this bucket.
Oh.
The mop bucket.
There are things, that were a part of that should have been in that list of the best of the best. That and a couple other things. And they didn't make it because it was so.
Because we were like, we could get another mop bucket. This is one of those really good professional kind of mop buckets that you use in commercial kind of establishments or what have you. And we thought, we'll get another one of those. But the quality has been terrible.
No, not that quality of things here in Mexico are terrible, but this particular one, it's for smaller mops, I think, and it just wasn't larger.
It's just little teeny little things like that you sometimes do miss. Like what else do you miss from, like you were talking just now, just a little while ago about some tea tree oil.
Oh yeah, well, and it's so the import costs on some of these things. Come here, little girl. Come here, little mongrel. This is Coco. This is the little girl.
That's the terrorist.
She's the terrorist, and they're running around here like nutballs.
I see you.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
But some things are not available here on Amazon. Amazon is pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
But there are things that you can't get, or if you do get them, the import cost is high.
Right.
And so 4.5 ounce tea tree.
Oh, I know where they got that.
What is that?
That's the thing off my desk. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's that little. Never mind. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. The dogs. The dogs.
No.
But go on about your. Go ahead.
But 4.5 ounces is $70.
Oh yeah.
It's way too much.
Some things are just not even worth it. We were in the grocery store just recently, and they were. We were looking at when our son was home,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted some Captain Crunch. $10
A box.
for a box of Captain, a little box,
Yes.
a Captain Crunch. Not gonna do it.
No.
Not gonna do it.
Cream of wheat for you is expensive.
Cream of wheat.
She loves cream of wheat.
I love cream of wheat, but we've had to really ration the cream of wheat.
Yeah, because I brought some back, or you brought some.
I
back
bought 2 boxes back from the States last time I went. So there's some things that we have to make a trip to get, or what have you, because
things that you can't get here, like Old Bay seasoning.
Oh, we're from the DMV. I gotta have Old Bay.
Yeah,
just on period.
Yeah.
Old Bay.
Yes.
Gotta have that. Grits.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a heavy grit eater, but when I want some grits, when you want shrimp and grits, shrimp and polenta is not going to do it. It's not going to do it.
Is that an emery board?
Yeah, it's one of the things that don't even worry about it. The dogs.
Children.
Puppies. But the other thing that we can't sometimes get, I have just recently been experimenting with the shoe thing. I'm probably going to come out with another video because I just recently had a whole haul of shoes sent from China. But fortunately, they seem to, with the exception of one pair, they were okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. But getting clothing and shoes are, now let me take that back. Getting clothing and shoes, if you are tall, is an issue.
Yes.
If you are, I don't know if it's as much of an issue if you are plus sized. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If you're a plus size guy, a tall plus size guy,
you're not
you wouldn't be able to get clothes.
If you're a tall plus size guy, that means that
if you're a short plus size guy, you'll be fine.
Your foot size is going to be kind of like mine. I wear a size 13.
True.
And so it's just not going to, work.
Right.
You won't be able to find it.
Now, if you're like a shorter person and you're plus size, you're going to be fine. You can find clothes. If you're short, you'll find clothes.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
Yes.
But if you're tall like us, you're going to struggle.
The indigenous folk here, outside of the ones that are from Spanish descent, they're diminutive in size. They're petite. They're small. And sometimes actually, I see parents walking with their kids, and
they look like kids.
And I'm looking and say,
right.
that's their mom and dad. Whew, I thought those were like 4 kids walking down there.
I know.
But I mean, they're that small and tiny, which is kind of cute to me, because they look like they fell off a charm bracelet.
Oh yeah, they do. They're very cute.
Very
cute.
Very nice people. But yeah, just finding clothes.
And just because we're 6 feet tall.
Oh, she gets looks all the time. You would think that they're looking at a holiday Barbie walking. She's walking through the store sometimes in a nice outfit or whatever, and these little girls go,
yeah, it's kind of cute. And I was at my dentist office just recently. He's going to get the puppy. I was just recently in my dentist office, and the janitor comes and runs up to me to take a picture. I don't know who he thought I was. I still don't know who he thought I was, but he was like, I was like, okay, awkward, but
yes, ma'am.
They're cute. They're awful cute. Just like this one. Just cute. Just a cutie.
just a cutie patootie, but I'm the boss lady.
Yeah.
Right, Coco?
Okay. All right. And you sit here on my lap because we've got to get finished through our live.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So what other kinds of things would you have made a change or do you wish you would have brought with us? Because we can't hardly get.
I mean, other than some things that I left for my hobby,
Mm,
because I was concerned about flammable fluids.
right.
But come to find out, they kind of ignored.
Very true. Very true.
They ignored some stuff. And,
They did.
And unfortunately, there were some things taken.
Yeah.
That
I wish. Well, I can't even say that.
So, yeah,
we had some things in our shipping container. We had some belongings. I had some jewelry that I wasn't bringing with me in the car or carrying with me in my suitcase. It was, a lot of cosmetic jewelry too.
Yeah.
It was a couple real things, but it was some cosmetic jewelry too that managed to get stolen out of our shipping container. Now, we don't know whether it made it out of if it got stolen in Baltimore or if it got stolen when it got here to Veracruz.
But they would have to search for that too because it was buried in some
They dug through
that stuff.
And left me the empty boxes, heifers.
This is cute.
A lot, which I think is great. Yeah. I think that's great because I love Michelle.
Yeah.
Shelly, I get that a lot. I do get that a lot, especially if I'm wearing a sleeveless outfit. I get that a lot. Thank you. Yeah. My dentist information, sure. If not, no worries. I'm going to be in Queretaro later this summer, may get some dental work done. I indeed will. I'll leave that information in our description box below of who I've been going to see in terms of my cosmetic dentistry type work or what have you. There were some things that, listen, in the States, it's expensive. Hella expensive. And so there were some issues that I knew that I had put off and definitely put off way too long or what have you. So when we got to Mexico, I was like, okay, now is the time that we're going to get all that addressed. 2024, we're getting all the things addressed. Right. And so, so I'm going to be able to go back to having my smile. Right here is where the implant is going to go. So.
Yeah, because they consider things in the United States, part of it is cosmetic.
Right.
Which is, so if your tooth is going bad or if there's problems, it could cause illnesses. That's not a health issue. Right. And they don't cover the crown part of it.
Right.
They'll yank your teeth out for free. That's one thing I do now. They'll take all your teeth out and give you a whole plate of teeth in there, but they won't fix it in the way that.
And to his credit, my dentist did try to see if they went going in. We knew that this root canal was kind of on the bad side. We're not sure if we might be able to save it. We're going to try to save it, but alas, it didn't work. So we're in the implant realm of things. And so far, so great. They've been very attentive. When I go in to see my dentist, I'm the only one. I mean, like literally, I walk off the elevator, go into the office, I'm in the chair. It's like that. I don't wait in there's a waiting room, but I don't wait in it. We just go, I'm in the chair. Yeah. And it's immediate procedure. I have my dentist's number. I can text him.
Oh, he's been texting her.
He was like hey, can you, I had an appointment on Saturday to get my crown put on. And he was like, I got some time now if you want to come now. Right. I'm like, oh, okay.
And that was
Friday. Friday evening was like, oh, I'm still in the office. You want to come now? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Right. So that's been the attention has been fantastic.
It's weird because I remember as a young kid, Dr. Cadenhead would make house calls in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And then all that went away. Mm-hmm. Here, they actually do that, and they use WhatsApp to keep in touch.
Right.
Let me know if you need anything. If I need to come by your house.
One of my friends here, her doctor brought her medicine to the house. Made a house call, brought the medicine with him to the house. I was like, what? Yeah, for the price of what we would call a copay.
Yes.
That was the cost of the entire visit.
Yes.
No insurance
What was
for the cost of a
we
copay.
took Gabrielle for
Gabby had a stomach ache.
stomach ache. And
Yeah.
how much it was, like $25 or something?
I don't think it was that much. I
20
don't think it was that
bucks?
much. It might have been $20.
And
Maybe.
if you've ever seen the Hangover movies and the dude gets shot and he goes, it costs $9. How is that possible?
Right. That's literally how it is.
Yes.
I can't go back.
No.
Just that alone. I can't go back to the United States. I can't go back because I was talking to a friend of mine who just happened to, we just was calling to catch up and was like, where are you? Oh, I'm in my doctor's office. I'm waiting to be seen. How long have you been? Well, we were on the phone for quite some time. I was like, you've been there for how long? An hour and a half? I was like, oh, I cannot.
And we've said this before, the facilities here, as far as doctors' offices, state of the art.
State of the art facilities.
You know, so anybody that's throwing this narrative around that doctors are, come on, they're using leech. No, they don't do that here.
Right.
Walk in there, brand new facilities, state of the art
They
equipment.
have good stuff here.
The doctors, dentists are well trained.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned something that, you know, with Ben's surgery is that they don't start off from just studying to be a doctor. They start off actually doing the work of a doctor from small procedures and things like that. Instead of waiting until they have to walk around and
they
observe,
learn hands-on the job from jump, not waiting,
Yes.
getting the book knowledge, and then they're learning.
So their proficiency comes
Right.
along, and they get better at it.
That's
and they're very professional, very kind. You know,
bedside manner has
It's
been
been
fine. I
fine.
haven't had any people who have. Now, what I have had, I will say this, I have had when we are looking for a doctor, I've been preferring to find a doctor who is bilingual, who will speak English as well as Spanish. Only because, you know, my Spanish is not all that. I mean, I'm getting around, but
sure.
when I'm getting my medical care, I want to have some English in your life. And so there are some doctors who will say they speak English, but their English is more Spanglish, not really good English or what have you. So I'll say that. Now, my dentist, the one that I'm going to, he does not speak English. His associate does, but he does not.
Mhm.
So it's been interesting to he's been taking my Spanish game up another notch, because I've been having to dig in my Spanish when I'm discussing things with him. So, but that has actually helped. Being immersed in the language has been a benefit in a sense. So you're going to learn some Spanish, whether you like to or not, here in Queretaro. There are other areas in Mexico where you don't necessarily need to know as much Spanish. Up the road in a popular destination called San Miguel de Allende, they have a lot of non-melanated expats.
Yes.
There. How shall we say?
And menus, signage
In English.
all over the place. And I don't agree with that. I'm in Mexico. Native language is Spanish.
Right.
That's what I'm going to speak. I'm going to learn the language. Respect.
Right.
So,
right.
But going there, it was too Americanized.
Yeah, true.
It really was.
So it was for our particular taste.
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta was like that too. It was
Yeah.
very gringoized. It's a tourist area.
Tourist area. So is Cancun.
Cancun is like that too. It's very touristy, you know, all that kind of stuff. But there are other places in Mexico that don't have the touristy feel. Like Querétaro is not a touristy part of the country, not at all.
Right.
There are other parts surrounding Querétaro that are not touristy at all.
No.
And you will get an authentic Mexican feel for when especially if you're heading out toward Tequisquiapan and those areas, you're going to get authentic Mexican, you know, an authentic Mexican colonial feel in some of the pueblas and things of that nature. But for the most part, wasn't really feeling the touristy areas.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. If you feel like you need a soft landing, and what I call a soft landing is, I want to be in Mexico, but I don't want to be immersed just yet in Mexico. I just still kind of need my creature comforts of things that I recognize, as opposed to being completely out of my element. Then I would definitely advise some of those places like San Miguel de Allende, or even Puerto Vallarta, Tulum, Cancun, all of those touristy type areas, because you're going to not there are more persons who will try to cater to English speaking persons.
Sure.
So you're going to find those types of things there. But if you are, and again, this totally depends on you knowing who you are and what you are comfortable with. If you know you're not going to be comfortable in a place where they speak 100% Spanish, and you are going to be lost because you don't know the language, and not knowing the signs, and not knowing the culture, and not knowing that, if that's too much for you, then you know where you need to kind of gravitate to. Or maybe even Mexico is not your judge. Maybe Panama, where they speak English, or maybe some other places where English is more widely spoken than to be in the heart of Mexico. But really just know who you are and know what you can deal with or wouldn't be able to deal with. And one way that you might be able to, I won't say the only, one way that you might be able to know that is to take a trip. Take a trip and stay for, I would say, at least a week.
Yeah, a week.
Because a weekend, you ain't gonna get the flavor.
No, you're not gonna get the flavor, because especially here, you've got what would be considered suburbs of Centro. You have Centro. You have different areas of Juriquilla, Jurica. You've got
El Refugio. You've got Zaquia, Zibata. You've got the Corregidora, you've got Central Sur, you've got all kinds of neighborhoods in the Los Alamos. You got all these neighborhoods within Queretaro, the city of Queretaro. So you've got all these various neighborhoods, which all have their various feels. All of them have a different flavor and style to them, so to speak. So you really got to kind of know, or just be able to experience to see which ones you like.
El Refugio is more of a young person's area,
young families might do that.
Young singles, that kind of thing there, because we stayed in an Airbnb there, and there's a lot of activity during the wee hours of the morning, but that's young people for you, because they get up, they go out, they work, they party, they are up all night or whatever, or till late hours. Now, one of the things that we experienced for the first time in a while here, party.
Oh yeah.
And not us.
One of our neighbors was getting the get on
and
with it. Was like, what?
Till 3-ish. I heard them because I had to get up to take the dogs out the potty, and they were getting.
They were going. I was like, okay. And then
band.
And also throughout Mexico, period. If you've got issues with fireworks or firecrackers, Mexico is probably not your place, because they love the firecrackers here.
Oh, especially with the party.
Oh yeah,
with the party, have a huge with fireworks display,
some sort of religious ceremony.
Yes,
the Catholic traditions have patron saints all the time, and there's always some sort of something.
Right.
It's Tuesday, so whose saint is it? It's that kind of thing. But that, which can be a beautiful thing as well, because we enjoy a good fireworks
display. Especially, we're on the 3rd floor of the house that we are living in now, and it has a tremendous view of the mountains surrounding and neighborhoods. And if there's a fireworks display for somebody's birthday party, somebody's quinceañera, or anything like that, and we can sit there and
just watch the fireworks.
Free fireworks display.
That's always been a nice thing.
That's always fun.
That's been fun.
Yeah. So the time here, 2 years, has been absolutely, for me, it's been great. It's been a fantastic time.
It has been.
I've gotten used to no air conditioning. I've gotten used to a lot of different things, food wise.
Now, let me say this. Querétaro is not known for their food.
No.
Querétaro is not your foodie area.
Yeah, they have your traditional street tacos and things like that.
Various moles,
and things like. But it's not a foodie type area where you've got chefs and different restaurants.
Now we're
that you-
planning to go to Oaxaca.
Yeah.
Now Oaxaca has the reputation of being the foodie place within the whole country.
Yes.
So I'm very much looking forward to experiencing
Yeah.
Oaxaca.
Yes.
But we do have some of the major chains coming here. We've got a Chili's. We've got a Cheesecake Factory now.
just opened a month and a half, 2
Texas,
months.
what is it? Texas Roadhouse is
Yes.
coming. We've got a Shake Shack and
Yeah.
Tim Hortons. We've got, your Burger King.
That's been one of the things with the expats. They're like, it's coming to Americanize. So in reverse, Mexican restaurants going to the United States, is that a problem?
Yeah.
Because it's what's wrong with diversity? Having Italian in Mexico, you have your regular mom and pop Mexican restaurants.
Now that's what I do love about Queretaro, in particular the area that we are in, because there's Korean restaurants, there's a Thai restaurant, there's a Japanese restaurant, there's all kinds of various cultures, because this area that we're in Queretaro is becoming like a melting pot of all kinds of expats from international.
Because of tech companies that are coming here.
International tech companies are coming and setting up headquarters here in Querétaro. So there's a lot of IT jobs and things like that are coming to this area. And as a result, they're bringing these restaurants are popping up, which is great.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a good cultural experience. I tell you what, Christmas downtown Central.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic. The lights and everything.
Beautiful.
It's great. It really is.
Beautiful. Okay, so we got a question. Pamela said, it seems like you need a car in Querétaro. If you are in Centro, down in the central part of Querétaro,
you don't need a car.
You don't need a car. You can get around public transportation.
There's a lot of bodegas,
things are in walking distance,
restaurants and things like that. So
they have those bicycles that you can
rent.
Right. You don't need a car if you are downtown. However, if you branch out and come out from Centro, I would probably say you need a car. I mean, there's a bus there's buses that are here in the area that we're in. We're in the northern part of the city. There's buses, but
there are cabs. You have Uber
cabs, Ubers, Didis, all that kind of stuff. But I personally, and if you have, I'm just not a good girl to wait for an Uber. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
And we did drive our van here.
We did.
So we drove from Maryland to Querétaro.
And that's an advantage if you are a temporary resident. You can have a foreign plated car. If you are a permanent resident, you are not able to have a foreign plated car. But if you are a temporary resident, you can have a foreign plated car.
Yes.
And so far, we still have Nelly with us.
Yeah, one of the things
we're going to have to get rid of Nelly once we
another content creator about the South Dakota license plate.
Oh, right, true. We did learn that. Just so you will know, we're from Maryland, and Maryland requires that you have car insurance, of course.
Also inspections,
emissions inspections regularly, and because we are, and if you lose or drop your car insurance, they fine you.
Yes,
$150 a day for having no car insurance. Now, mind you, the car insurance that we had, Geico, will not insure us here in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So we were just simply keeping car insurance for the privilege of having foreign tags. I mean, that's really just it was of no benefit, because we also had to have Mexican insurance. We had to have some insurance that covered us while we were here in Mexico. So we found ourselves with two insurance bills, one for Maryland, just to keep our tags, and then the other just to be able to be safe here in Mexico. What we discovered is that there's a county in South Dakota where you don't have to have insurance. You can get tags and registration for your vehicle in that particular county. And so we were able to do that and switch our registration and tags to South Dakota, get rid of our Maryland insurance and Maryland tags, and now we're pretty good. So that's just a little tidbit in case you were thinking of moving to or driving down here. Vegan food in Queretaro.
Yes.
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 And lots of it.
Yes, there's plenty.
Plenty of vegan food.
Plenty of
vegan options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots.
I know a lot of people who are vegan, and they're going to restaurants here, and there's lots of choices for them.
Yes.
Or what have you.
Yeah, that's not a big deal here. So
what I enjoy is having fresh food and fresh vegetables.
She likes bringing home carrots with dirt on them.
Yes, at our local tienda, the groceries or the fruit and vegetables are so fresh that the carrots still have the stalk on them and still have the dirt on them.
Same thing with the cilantro. Anything that's unearthed. Potatoes, onions, you have to wash them thoroughly to get the dirt off. Because, but it's a good thing because we know that it's fresh.
I mean, literally fresh from they're bringing it right off the truck.
We've seen them coming out the fields with pickup trucks loaded down with onions, potatoes, all kinds of different vegetables, carrots, bags of them, because they're harvesting them every day.
As a matter of fact, there's a guy that up the street that sometimes sells avocados.
Yeah.
He has a little sign on it. Sells them. He's growing avocados and sells them right out of his car.
Yeah.
So you can buy 2 kilos of avocados for what costs like $2 for us and 2 kilos of avocados versus when I was in the States, I was trying to buy 1 avocado and that joint was $4. And it was like, what?
Yeah.
What? I still can't get over that. What the hell?
Right.
I was like, I could get a whole 2 kilos of
avocados.
I can't.
And at that point, you have to worry about, I need to eat these quick because they could go bad because it's so much.
Right. But avocados are plentiful here. So I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. My guacamole game is on point.
Yeah. I'm not a guacamole eater.
Me and the kids are.
But Ben was tearing it up when he was here. And to have it made fresh.
Yes, Lord.
It's a great thing.
Fresh limes, fresh avocados, citrus, mangoes. Just all kinds of vegetables and fruit that we've been able to get fresh. Yeah. And that makes a difference. I've noticed also that the pastries, things are not as sweet as they are in the United States. There's not as much sugar being put in things, which did, when we first got here, talking about 2 years, took some acclimating for us.
Yeah.
We had to kind of get used to the fact that the stuff wasn't as sweet as we were used to.
I didn't know, and I found out, the French influence on Mexico and the fact that's where the pastries, the panderias come from, is that they make fresh bread, pastries, pies, cakes, and things like that.
Yeah.
And there are panderias all over Queretaro that you can, go
all over Mexico.
All over Mexico.
Yeah.
It definitely is not as sweet. I enjoy the pastries here. I've gotten used
to that. And as a matter of fact, when we go back,
it's too sweet.
A couple times that we've been back in the States, last time I was in the States, stuff was entirely too sweet. Everything was just too sweet.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, that's what 2 years will do for you.
Yeah, it'll definitely make a change for you, for sure. But the time here, 2 years, has been fantastic.
It has. It
has been fantastic. If you're coming here and you need some help, we can help out. We can help out with, if you're wanting to rent a place, we have references for a realtor. If you need immigration services, we have a reference for immigration lawyer.
Yes. So if you need those types of services for Queretaro, hit us up. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, let's answer the question. What is in store for us? Are we going to remain here in Queretaro? Or are we going to branch out to other areas of Mexico to
Well, you already let the cat out the
explore?
bag.
No, you did.
No, you did.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. You said early on
What did I say?
in our live, you said this is our anchor spot.
Oh.
This is our home base.
Well, Mexico is our home
Home
base.
base. Yeah. Now this area has been great. It may change. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds. We're not sure.
I doubt it at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see. Who
We'll see.
knows? Who knows? Who
We'll see.
knows? But we love it here.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely love
We
it
do.
here
We
in
do.
Queretaro. We actually, I love this area that we're in. I love the home that we're in.
Yes. I'm
all
glad
of
it
it.
started raining because stuff is starting to turn green. You
Yes.
notice that the mountains are
It
now
has. The mountains are starting to turn green. But
It was really dry.
yes.
Oh, it was really
All
dry.
of central Mexico City especially too, was going through a water issue.
Yeah.
So
Having
that
to
was the
ration
thing.
water.
So if there's ever a possibility that we may decide to go to another part of Mexico or maybe another country in
Yeah.
Latin America, that would more than likely be, for me,
Yeah.
the issue.
Yes.
It'd be like, okay, it's the water
Yeah.
situation that's got me a little nervous,
Yeah.
or what have you. Not necessarily in terms of cartel activity. You hear that all the time when you talk about
This is
Mexico.
a safe city, by the way.
This is a safe area. Merida is another one of those places that
Yes.
have the reputation of being
San
a
Miguel.
safe area.
San-
San Miguel, I've
Yeah.
heard,
Mhm.
good things about San Miguel
Well,
as
this
well.
is a safe area from the standpoint that they have if you want to call it a treaty or whatever with the cartel,
Mhm.
that they may even have family members living here, but this is not a place that they do business.
Right.
If you get my drift.
But then again, if you are into that thing, if you are into the whole cartel experience,
Yeah.
partaking of their goods and services, then you might be inviting that kind of hell and havoc to your own house.
Yeah.
But as for us,
We
don't do that.
We don't do that.
And don't get down like that. So
No.
we haven't had a problem.
No, this area is great for a family.
Yeah, true.
And just raising your kids.
Very true.
There are plenty of good schools around. As a matter of fact, there's a school right across the way here.
Yep.
But there are good schools all throughout this area that great education.
Yeah.
Several of them are dual
Queretaro
language.
has a lot of universities here too.
Yes,
That was
yes.
another portion of the decision that made us go, Queretaro. Now we also have on our channel, the next video that's going to drop, you'll see our son's college tour. We did some college tours with our son and presented with are going to show you some options that are available to you if you are, or if you have a young person or a teenager that is interested or may want to further their education, to show you what options are available for them too. So we want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Listen, we're so behind. I apologize, y'all. It's me. I will admit it's me. I have fallen off. I have fallen down, man down, call the ambulance. But we're going to get back in the swing and put these videos out because it's a lot of content. Now we have been filming, but to get the videos out. So we're going to be a little more faithful to y'all. But thank you for hanging in there with us with this, because we've got some really good content for you. And if there's anything that you want us to look into or do a video for, leave that down below, because we would love to have that information. I just recently did a video about finding Black hair care products and all of that kind of stuff for you, showing you what's actually here, so you can know, like, if I go to the store, am I going to be able to get my hair did? Am I going to, people can get their nails done very easily here though, but can the sisters get their hair braided? Can they get their hair did? That kind of information is very important. Can the brothers get a shape up?
Oh yeah. Because we found a couple of good barbers.
Okay.
The one that I take Ben to, she does a really good job. Does a really good job. So I mean, if you're a good barber, you can cut hair, whether it's African American curly hair, straight hair from Indian white folk,
Right, true.
Mexicans.
They've got pretty much
So-
everybody here.
So,
So yeah,
if you're a barber, you can cut any hair and do a good job.
yeah, you have a plethora of different types of heads to work with
Yes.
here in Mexico. So you would probably encounter all those kinds of things. But let us know if there are some things that you are curious about, or if you want to see. We've got another set of House Hunter videos coming up, and check out the first grouping of
Yes.
House Hunter
So on our
videos that
channel.
are on our channel. As we did our first house hunting tours, we moved into that house. There's a tour. Check that video out as well of the house that we moved into. But we have since left that house and are in a whole nother abode. So we
Yeah.
want to show you what that house hunting experience was like.
Yeah, it was a good one. So
Woo!
yeah, as my wife says, we kissed.
We kissed some frogs.
Yeah.
We
with regard
kissed
to
some
houses.
frogs when we had to go find a house, only because half because we're picky.
Well, I'm picky. Yeah, and we have needs. So we're I guess we're running on time here. But one of the things that we learned was that you need to be careful of the houses coming here with modern equipment, things like that. Some of the older homes, which some people like that kind of
True.
character, charm, and things like that, but there may only be like 4 or 5 circuit breakers. They may be like 10 or 15 amps a piece.
Or one outlet in the room.
Right.
The whole bedroom, one plug.
Or in the living room, and you're sitting on, where am I going to plug in the television and all the other things? And then you're popping breakers all the time.
Yeah.
So that is something you need to, if you're okay with that, by all means, rent that house, purchase that house. However, if you have modern day equipment, printers, a desktop or laptop computers, things like that, you're going to need a house that has more of a larger circuit breaker panel that can accommodate the usage.
Yeah. And
So-
I definitely would recommend do not rent something until you get your feet, boots on ground.
to take a look.
Do not rent anything sight unseen,
Yeah.
because man, you may not know what you are actually getting yourself into. I would recommend strongly to be in country first before you and see the place with your own
If
two
you're coming
eyes.
here, take a trip, spend about
Mhm.
almost maybe a week or so to tour the different areas, go on some house visits.
Right. Or have someone who has boots on ground
Yes.
to do the tour for
For
you
you.
so that they can show you what it is, because it's, sometimes it's a crapshoot on
For
what
sure.
you might actually end up with before you rent. And never rent anything sight unseen.
Insane. Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have some advice for you on that regard, and we are beginning to offer consultations to help you get situated, especially if you're coming here with kids.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we put that information in the description box below. Lamar is the guru of all gurus with his technical expertise in terms of getting your internet set up,
Yes.
your VPN situation set up. This is Mr. Mr. I don't want to say NSA.
No, I wasn't NSA.
Yeah, I know. Yes, you were
No,
right beside the NSA.
Yeah, I was up there for me.
Yes. So we want to make that available to you too. If you need some advice on how to get your stuff set up, we want to offer that as a service to you too.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you all
Thank you for coming and joining us and visiting with us.
for hanging at the house,
Yeah.
hanging around us for the afternoon. And we will catch you guys next month on our next live.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening.
Bye.
See ya.